The US has imposed sanctions on Pakistan's missile program. According to US Deputy NSA Jon Finer, Pakistan's missile program could one day hit targets in the US. Another White House official has termed this as an emerging threat for the US. Now, Pakistan in turn has called the sanctions unwarranted and discriminatory. So why is the US targeting Pakistan's missile program? And what effect could this have on South Asia? Today we unpack this in News 9 Plus Decodes. Let's begin by unpacking the sanctions. The latest US sanctions focus on Pakistan's missile development entities, specifically the National Development Complex. This is a state-run organization that is responsible for Pakistan's ballistic missile program, including the nuclear-capable Shaheen series. The sanctions also target some Karachi-based private entities such as Akhtar & Sons, Affiliates International, and Rockside Enterprise. The US accuses them of violating international non-proliferation agreements by acquiring dual-use technologies to enhance the range and precision of Shaheen missiles. The Shaheen missiles have ranges of up to 2,750 kilometers, enough to cover much of South Asia and parts of the Middle East. While Pakistan primarily developed the Shaheen as a deterrent against India, US officials claim these missiles could contribute to broader regional instability. The sanctions fall under Executive Order 13382, signed by the President of the USA in June 2005. They aim to curb the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and their delivery mechanism. They will lead to freezing of US properties of the targeted entities and barring of Americans from any business dealings with them. So what led to the sanctions against Pakistan? The sanctions are rooted in Pakistan's long history of nuclear and missile proliferation. Pakistan has never signed the Non-Proliferation Treaty, and the infamous A.Q. Khan network, active in the 1980s and 1990s, was responsible for the covert transfer of nuclear and missile technologies to countries like Iran, North Korea, and Libya. This legacy continues to haunt Pakistan's strategic programs, fueling skepticism in Washington. A senior US official remarked, Pakistan's ballistic missile advancements, coupled with its proliferation record, present an emerging challenge to regional stability. The US State Department also noted that Pakistan's activities directly contravene the spirit of the Missile Technology Control Regime and undermine international security norms. The timing of the sanctions is also interesting. Some believe it's a signal to both Islamabad and its close ally Beijing amid growing US-China tensions. By targeting Pakistan, the US may be indirectly warning China against enabling destabilizing technologies in South Asia. Now, sanctions on a Pakistani state-owned enterprise, and this is the 7th round of sanctions in 4 years, doesn't bode well for GHQ Rawalpindi, their Strategic Plans Division, or the government of Pakistan. So how has Pakistan responded to the sanctions? In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs government of Pakistan stated, these sanctions are unwarranted, discriminatory, and ignore Pakistan's legitimate security needs in a volatile region. They serve no purpose other than to appease other players in the region. Furthermore, Pakistani Prime Minister's Special Assistant on Defense Tariq Bashir accused the US of double standards. The US has a long history of applying double standards when it comes to non-proliferation. On one hand, it supplies advanced defense systems to India, and on the other, it punishes Pakistan for safeguarding its sovereignty. He stated. Opposition leader Shahid Khaqan Abbasi also weighed in, warning that unilateral sanctions will push Pakistan closer to China and Russia. The US risks losing any remaining leverage it has over Pakistan. So what do the sanctions mean for Pakistan? The immediate impact of the sanctions will include financial and technological restraints on Pakistan's missile program. Restrictions on accessing US origin technologies and global banking systems could delay the development of newer missile systems. However, Pakistan has often relied on its strategic partnership with China to circumvent such restrictions. These sanctions also come during a crucial transition in US leadership. When President-elect Donald Trump assumes the presidency, his administration may actually expand these measures.